Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talk English World.
Hi there. We are so happy you were here with us today.
I'm Sarah, and this is Mike. We are your English practice friends.
Today is episode 185, and today's topic is one that will immediately make your English sound more organized and more confident.
Today, we are talking about how to organize your thoughts in English.
Organizing your thoughts. This is the skill of structuring what you want to say, so your ideas flow clearly and your listener follows you easily.
Have you ever had so much to say, but the words came out jumbled, disorganized, hard to follow?
Jumbled means mixed up, not in the right order, confusing.
This happens to everyone in any language, but today we will give you tools to organize your thoughts quickly and speak in a clear, structured way.
The secret is having a mental framework, ready-made phrases that structure your ideas automatically.
Mental framework means a system in your mind for organizing information, like a template.
Once you have these frameworks, your English becomes cleaner, more professional, more impressive.
We will go slowly, easy, and clear. Let's begin.
First, let's understand why organizing thoughts matters so much.
When your thoughts are organized, three things happen.
First, your listener understands you much better. They can follow your logic from beginning to end.
Second, you sound more confident and more intelligent, even if the ideas themselves are simple.
Third, you have less hesitation. Because you have a structure to follow, you do not freeze or lose your place.
Organization gives your brain a roadmap, and when your brain has a roadmap, speaking becomes much smoother.
So let's learn the roadmaps, the frameworks, the organizing tools.
Organizing tool number 1, the numbering framework.
The simplest way to organize your thoughts is to number them. Tell the listener how many points you have, then deliver each one.
The first numbering phrase is, "There are two things I want to say about that."
There are two things I want to say about that. This immediately tells the listener, get ready, 2 points are coming, listen for both.
There are two things I want to say about that. Say it. There are two things I want to say about that.
The next phrase is, I have 3 main reasons for thinking that.
I have 3 main reasons for thinking that. Perfect for when you are sharing an opinion and want to support it.
I have 3 main reasons for thinking that. Say it. I have 3 main reasons for thinking that.
Then you deliver each point with first, second, and third, or first, then, and finally.
For example, I think working from home is better. I have 3 main reasons for thinking that. First, you save a lot of time on commuting. Second, you have more control over your environment. And third, studies show many people are actually more productive at home.
3 reasons. Clearly numbered, easy to follow. Very impressive.
The numbering framework. Always say how many points first, then deliver each one clearly. Organizing tool number 2, the opinion framework.
When sharing your opinion, you need a clear structure. Opinion, reason, example. This is the classic framework for sharing views.
For example, in my view, learning English early in life is very beneficial. The reason I think this is that children's brains absorb languages more easily than adult brains. For example, many children who grow up in bilingual households become fluent in both languages without any formal study.
Opinion, reason, example. 3 parts, very clear, very organized.
The next opinion framework phrase is, I would say that blank. What I mean by that is blank.
I would say that blank. What I mean by that is blank. You state your opinion and then immediately clarify what you mean.
I would say that blank. What I mean by that is blank. Say it. I would say that blank. What I mean by that is blank.
For example, I would say that consistency is the most important factor in language learning. What I mean by that is it does not matter how many hours you study in one day. What matters is doing a little every single day.
See how organized that sounds? Opinion, then immediate clarification. very polished.
Organizing tool number 3, the comparison framework.
Sometimes you want to compare two things, two options, two sides, two approaches. The comparison framework keeps this clear.
On one hand, blank. On the other hand, blank.
This is the classic structure for comparing two sides. On one hand, blank. On the other hand, blank. Say it. On one hand, blank. On the other hand, blank.
For example, on one hand, living in a big city gives you access to so many opportunities. On the other hand, the cost of living is much higher, and life can feel much more stressful.
The next comparison phrase is while blank, blank.
While blank, blank. This compares two things in one sentence. Very smooth.
While blank, blank. Say it. While blank, blank.
For example, while studying grammar is important, speaking practice is equally essential for real fluency. And unlike blank, blank.
Unlike blank blank. This highlights a specific difference between two things.
Unlike blank, blank. Say it. Unlike blank, blank.
For example, unlike traditional classroom learning, online learning allows you to study at your own pace and on your own schedule.
Organizing tool number 4, the pause and organize phrase.
Sometimes your thoughts are not quite ready, and you need a moment to organize them before you speak.
Instead of going silent or saying nervously, use an organizing phrase. These buy you time and signal to the listener that you are thinking carefully.
The first pause and organize phrase is, let me think about the best way to say this.
Let me think about the best way to say this. This shows thoughtfulness, not confusion. You are being deliberate.
Let me think about the best way to say this. Say it. Let me think about the best way to say this.
The next phrase is, there are a few ways I could answer that.
There are a few ways I could answer that. This signals you have multiple things to consider. You're organizing which angle to take. There are a few ways I could answer that. Say it. There are a few ways I could answer that.
The next phrase is, where do I even begin?
Where do I even begin? This is casual and very natural. It signals there is so much to say. I am figuring out where to start.
Where do I even begin? Say it. Where do I even begin?
And if I had to summarize it in one sentence, blank.
If I had to summarize it in one sentence, blank. This forces you and the listener to focus on the most important point, the core idea.
If I had to summarize it in one sentence, blank. Say it. If I had to summarize it in one sentence, blank.
Organizing tool number 5, the wrap-up framework.
After sharing multiple points, always wrap up, summarize, tie everything together.
The first wrap-up phrase is, so to summarize, blank.
So to summarize, blank. This signals the end. You are pulling all your points together into one clear conclusion.
So to summarize, blank. Say it. So to summarize, blank.
The next phrase is, when I put it all together, blank.
When I put it all together, blank. You are combining all your ideas into one clear overall picture.
When I put it all together, blank. Say it. When I put it all together, blank.
The next phrase is, my overall point is blank.
My overall point is blank. Clear, direct. This tells the listener the main thing you want them to remember.
My overall point is blank. Say it. My overall point is blank.
And the bottom line is blank. Say it. The bottom line is blank.
Now let's have real conversations showing organized thinking. Listen carefully.
So what do you think is the most important thing for learning a new language?
That is a great question. Let me think about the best way to say this. There are actually 3 things I think matter most.
Oh, I love this. Tell me.
Okay, first, consistency. You need to practice a little every single day, not study for 10 hours once a week. Daily practice rewires your brain.
That makes sense. What is the second?
Second, exposure. You need to surround yourself with the language. Listen to it, watch shows in it, read in it. The more you are exposed, the faster you absorb it.
And the third?
Third, and this one is the most important in my view, speaking without fear. I have 3 main reasons for thinking this. Because it builds confidence, because it forces your brain to produce the language instead of just receiving it, and because every mistake teaches you something.
That is so well organized. I love how clearly you explain that.
Thank you. So to summarize, consistency, exposure, and fearless speaking. When I put it all together, my overall point is this. Language learning is not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day with courage.
Beautifully said. Now let me ask you something else. What do you think about learning English online versus in a traditional classroom?
Oh, where do I even begin with that one? There are a few ways I could answer that. On one hand, traditional classrooms offer structure, a teacher, immediate feedback, social interaction with other learners. On the other hand, online learning gives you incredible flexibility. You can study at midnight if that is when your brain works best.
So which do you prefer?
I would say that a combination of both is ideal. What I mean by that is use online resources for daily practice and exposure, but find a class or conversation partner for the speaking and accountability.
That is such a balanced answer and so organized.
I've been working on that. The bottom line is the best method is the one you will actually stick to.
Ha, that is the most important thing you said all conversation. The method you stick to wins every time.
Exactly. If I had to summarize it in one sentence, find what works for you and do it every single day.
Did you hear all the organizing phrases? Let me think about the best way to say this. There are 3 things I think matter most. First, second, third. In my view, I have 3 main reasons. So to summarize, when I put it all together, my overall point is, where do I even begin? There are few ways I can answer that. On one hand, on the other hand, I would say that what I mean by that is, the bottom line is, if I had to summarize it in one sentence.
All woven naturally into a real organized, thoughtful conversation. That is the power of thought organization.
Quick review. All organizing tools from today.
Numbering framework. There are 2 things I want to say. I have 3 main reasons. First, second, third. Then, finally.
Opinion framework. In my view, blank. The reason I think this is blank. For example, blank. I would say that blank. What I mean by that is blank.
Comparison framework. On one hand, blank. On the other hand, blank. While blank, blank, unlike blank, blank.
Pause and organize phrases. Let me think about the best way to say this. There are a few ways I can answer that. Where do I even begin? If I had to summarize it in one sentence, blank.
Wrap-up framework. So to summarize, blank. When I put it all together, blank, my overall point is blank. The bottom line is blank.
20 organizing phrases, all practical, all natural, all immediately useful for clearer, more confident English.
That is the end of episode 185.
Your homework, answer this question out loud in English using the organizing frameworks. The question is, what do you think is the most important quality a good friend should have?
Use the numbering framework. I have 2 main reasons. First, blank. Second, blank. So to summarize, blank.
Practice that answer until it flows naturally. 2 minutes. Organized, confident.
Subscribe to Talk English World. Hit the bell icon. Give this video a big thumbs up.
Leave a comment and answer the friend question using one organizing phrase from today. Show us your organized English.
Share this video with someone who wants to speak more clearly and more confidently in English.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep speaking English.
See you in episode 186. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Organize your thoughts and your English will take care of itself. Take care.